On this episode, we're recapping a recent Walt Disney World trip, including one final ride on Dinosaur, festival food updates, and another off-property stay. Today's February 6th, 2026, and this is episode 844 of the Main Street Magic Podcast.
Jeremy and Rhonda are more than a little fond of Disney World, so they made this podcast to share it all with you. Reports and resorts, top 10 lists of all sorts, Main Street Magic's bringing it home for you.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Main Street Magic. I'm your host, Jeremy Stein, and as always, I'm joined by my lovely wife, Rhonda.
Hey guys!
If you want to be part of the community and join the conversation, get the latest theme park news, as well as live streams from the parks and resorts, head to Facebook and search for the Main Street Magic community and ask to join.
Make sure you check us out on the web at mainstmagic.com, as well as follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at mainstmagic, and on TikTok at MSM Podcast.
Planning a trip to Disneyland or Walt Disney World can be overwhelming and at times just downright frustrating. But don't worry, because Mouse Dining removes the frustration of booking Disney dining reservations, alerting you when they spot availability for your desired restaurant, date, meal, and time. Visit msmfriends.com to use this free service.
And don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can get brand new episodes every Tuesday and Friday.
Are you ready for your bucket list trip? Our trusted partner, MEI Travel, will handle the planning so you can focus on the memories. They offer free vacation planning services and have nearly 20 years of experience creating memorable vacations. Visit mainstmagic.com/travel for a fee-free, no-obligation quote today.
Well, good morning, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. How are you today, Jeremy?
I'm good.
Good.
It sounded so like robotic, but yes, I'm well.
Good.
How are you, Rhonda?
Good. It's been a good week.
Yeah. We had a beautiful day of weather yesterday,
and
then
now
today
it's
it was like psych. People still use that word, psych.
That's
our
no
generation,
idea.
I think.
That is.
But yeah, we had a quick. We've had winter. Like, we've literally had winter in Florida.
Oh, yeah.
The first time that I've lived here in 20 years, it has been extended beyond just like a couple days and then a nice long break of nice weather. And then maybe you get a couple more days. Like, we've had consistently cold weather, like freezing temperatures. I think single digit feels like temps at night. It's been something. So, but we're going to talk a little bit about our quick trip, which was, we only spent really about 24 hours at Disney.
Yes.
Part of that time, of course, we were sleeping. We'll talk about at the end where we stayed off property this time. But we originally were going down because we had a lot of friends in town, Chuck and Amy and Rachel, Jim, Connie, Tay and Steph, who we didn't get to link up with while we're in Disney. But got to see them the week before near us.
We had a nice dinner.
And so, so we're like, you know what? We're going to find a way to make it down. We hadn't seen most of these folks since September. We hadn't seen Jim and Connie probably for like a year or so. So we thought, let's go down, and we're going to knock out a few things while we're there. But first, before we get into that, we don't tend to talk news or the business of Disney. But it would be hard to not bring up the fact that on March 18th, we have a new CEO for the Walt Disney Company in Josh D'Amaro. As Robert, I call him Robert for. It's Robert Iger. As Bob Iger will step down. I was going with his full name, like he was in trouble or something. I was like, Robert Ulysses Iger. I don't know his real middle name, but I imagine that's it. And so, we this is something I think for years, everybody kind of figured, but nobody knew if this would be the successor to Iger. Are
you happy?
I'm very, very happy. Josh D'Amaro, from everything we know, from the very few times that I've been lucky enough to have an interaction with him, he seems legit. And everything you read about him, from cast members that we know that have dealt with him personally on a high level, he cares about the parks very much so.
That's good.
It has been noted that he would walk around Disneyland for an hour every morning and take in the park and look for things like, a burnt out light bulb or, details and stuff like that. Now, somebody brought up a really good point on Twitter. Was Josh doing those things because he cared, or was he doing those things because he cared about becoming the next CEO? which obviously there is a difference.
Oh, yeah.
And again, everything that I read about him and I see, it sounds like he truly does care.
Yeah.
And so with everything that we have coming up in the parks, I have a good feeling about him being at the helm. Another one, Dana Walden, who was, let me get her title right, was the co-chairman of Disney Entertainment. She has now been named President and Chief Creative Officer of the Walt Disney Company. So what I'm hoping, for folks that love kind of the Disney history and they look back at the era of Eisner and Wells, was kind of this dual role that had some of the greatest years in Disney parks. I hope that this D'Amaro and Walden duo will be similar. So we shall see. March 18th, they take over.
Wow.
So pretty cool. I think most people are excited. So it's going to be cool. And now I can say, hey, I've met the CEO of the Walt Disney Company.
Yes, you
which
can.
is pretty neat.
Yeah,
and he was a very nice guy the times that we did. But I'll
very
never
handsome,
forget.
too.
He's very handsome. I'll never forget, though, riding Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway on opening day.
Oh, yeah.
And exiting.
Yep.
And him standing there.
Yeah.
And asking everyone what they thought of the ride. So, and again, yes, can some of that be for show? Sure. But it seems like he does genuinely care.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know. I feel like you can really tell when somebody's doing something for show.
Yeah.
And when they genuinely care.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think he does. Yeah, I do.
His excitement and all at the D23 Expo and the announcements, it seems legitimate.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like a show.
Right.
And he has worked his way up. And so, I'm very excited.
Yeah.
March 18th, we'll start to see how things go. And, I mean, he has a lot of work cut out for him.
Yeah.
If there was one, if you keep saying, like, what is one thing you wish he would do on day one? And everyone says almost remove park reservations for pass holders. I don't think he's going to do that. I think he likes park reservations. I think, again, from a financial business side, park reservations still make a ton of sense.
It does. I hate to say it that way, but you're right. I mean, on the aspect of trying, figuring out who is in the parks, like you already know because of bought tickets.
Yep.
Like we as pass holders can go, especially our top tier.
Yeah.
We can go every single day of the year, 365 days. We are not blocked out. And I mean, we might not think we're much, we're two people. Why would it matter if two extra people are in there? But it does.
Yeah.
It does.
Well, yeah, and you multiply that times 100 people that thought the same thing.
Correct.
Or you look at things like the closing of Dinosaur.
Oh my goodness.
And obviously Disney's going to think, hey, this is going to be a big day, right? It's the closing. We know that we know people are going to come out in swarms. But let's see what that looks like the month leading up to it. So you look at properly staffing a ride like Dinosaur in the surrounding areas a month prior to its closing based on data that you have in hand.
Right.
And so I think the park reservations make sense. We've been lucky to never really be burned by them.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll see what happens. So speaking of Dinosaur, first thing we did is headed to Animal Kingdom. This was on a Friday, and this was 2 days before Dinosaur was going to go extinct. So this truly was the countdown to extinction. And we decided to get there, hop in line. We got into the park a little after 11. And why don't you talk about us heading to Dinosaur for one final ride? Because I know that morning it was struggling a little bit at the end. Right, so the last week or so, it was having some downtime.
Oh, yeah.
I know our friend Chris was in the park that morning, and it was down, and then it reopened. They were waiting around. They were able to have a 15-minute wait.
Oh, good.
Wasn't exactly the same for us, was it?
No, it wasn't. Well, first of all, walking over there was crazy because, the way they have all the walls up basically for...
Oh my goodness! If you had never been to Animal Kingdom or whatever, and this was your first time, and you're like, "Oh, I caught wind. This dinosaur ride is closing. Let's go ride it." It was a maze to get over there.
It literally was, and it was crazy, but it was kind of cool. But then I was like, "Are all these people like?" I was like, "Jeremy, what else is over here?" And he's like, "Nothing." And I was like, "Oh, so pretty much all these people are going over here." So we got over there, and I think was it no. Okay, I was trying to remember because I think we looked at like the wait time, and it was below 60.
It was posted at 65.
I started to say, well, I
it.
thought we heard like you looked
Yeah,
at it on the
I looked
thing,
at it when
and
we
was,
were walking by Tree of Life. It was posted at 65.
Oh, it was still posted
yeah,
then?
and when we actually got up there, it was still posted at 65.
Yep, it did. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I thought it was a little less, like 55 or something. But anyways, yeah, so we got over there. It said 65. And I mean, whatever. We had nothing else to do.
Yeah.
We were like, whatever.
Yeah.
So we got in line.
Saw parts of the outdoor extended queue that we had never gone through. We've rarely been in that outdoor extended queue.
Yeah.
Very, very rarely.
And if we have, it's gone so quick.
Yeah. And it's only been like one loop.
Yeah.
Whereas this had a bunch of switchbacks going all through.
Yes.
It was so cool to see all the folks that were there to support Dinosaur specifically.
Yeah.
Wearing dinosaur merch.
Yeah.
Maybe wearing lab coats like Dr. Seeker, right? Like,
yeah, that was cool.
So I thought that stuff was so cool going through that outdoor queue. And I was saying to you, what's so great, and I'll be so interested to see how this reskin goes, because, people ask like, well, what are they really doing? Think of Splash Mountain to Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
Correct.
Right? So we're going to keep the same ride system and track and all of that in queue and main structures.
Right.
It'll get a new facade, but we're walking through the outdoor queue like, well, they don't got to do much here, so that's good.
Yeah.
This can pretty much stay the same.
Yeah.
So that's
100%.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm excited for that. But yeah, so by the time we got to the pre-show, you said we were
75 minutes. Yeah, so an hour and 15 minutes. So 10 minutes longer than posted. But I didn't look at it. I can pretty much guarantee by the time we were heading undercover before you go directly inside where the entrances are for Standby and Lightning Lane, I bet it was posted at 75 to 90. By the time we had already made it through, I can guarantee. It was, here's what was actually cool is like, I got to, for the first time ever, stop and like, look at some of the artifacts and read a little bit about them.
Yeah.
And for anyone that's worried about those and what may happen to them, no, you're not going to be able to purchase them at, that antique store there. And I think it's in Lakeland or whatever.
Oh, really?
Or Cast Connections, I don't think. All of these are on loan. Disney does this a lot. These artifacts and things like this that are real are on loan from museums, universities, and all. So you'll see, one of two things I'm sure happen with all those. Some, I bet, can possibly be repurposed into the Indy ride.
Especially depending on what they go with for Indy.
Yeah. So from what I remember reading, this is like Indiana finds a Mayan temple that has been undiscovered. Nobody's found it for years, and I bet something goes awry. I'm just guessing. I don't know. So
sounds cool,
So I mean, again,
though.
there's still a possibility to reuse some stuff, but if not, it will go back to those museums. It will go back to those universities.
Nice.
So I think that's pretty cool. It's sad when you lose something like Dinosaur, because this is a ride that I think we both love.
Yes.
Right? I love it.
100%.
One of our favorite, funniest memories is us riding it for the first time, along with Lacey and Kaylin.
Yes.
Lacey was young, and at the end of the ride, she looked at us and said, "Why would you think that was a good idea?" And we're like, "We had never ridden. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
And so we have that memory, and this is one of those that was so wonderful because it was so accessible. It was rare that this went over 30 minutes, and over the years, you'd see some animatronics that weren't working. You'd see some lighting down. You'd get some fixes, but it certainly needed some love.
Yeah.
This is one of those situations where it just stinks that you got to lose something great to get something great.
Yeah.
But I think we're both excited, right? You excited for Indiana Jones?
Oh, 100%. I think I became like more of a love for Dinosaur. Like every time I was at Animal Kingdom, if it wasn't a very, very long wait, I would really want to ride.
Yeah.
Because liked it. It was fun. I had a good time.
Yeah. It's Haunted Mansion for us at Magic.
Yeah.
We will ride that almost every time we enter the park.
Yep.
It's Living with the Land at Epcot. It's Star Tours at Hollywood Studios for us the most, because Star Tours is usually a walk-on for the most part.
Right.
And here's still the thing for everyone that is very excited for Indy, and I know there are a lot of us that are, it still pays to have the dinosaur rides, to have the Living with the Lands. Right? To have the Star Tours and the Grand Fiestas and the Figments, because they're guarantees.
Right.
And so we're going to lose that. There's not going to be a guarantee in Animal Kingdom. You're going to have Indy, you're going to have the new Encanto boat ride. Both of those are going to fetch very long wait times for some time. Expedition Everest sits at a pretty decent time most of the time. Kilimanjaro.
And sometimes I don't want to ride that, but Kilimanjaro I wouldn't mind.
Na'vi,
but
Flight of Passage,
yeah.
all of it. So it's really only going to have top tier rides. And coming up soon, you think, all right, well, we'll just take a little train over to Rafiki's Planet Watch. That won't be crazy. It's going to be because Bluey's going to be there. We're getting Bluey, and then they're going to change the affection station I saw into all Australian animals. So, and then for $20, you can box a kangaroo. So I'm really excited about that.
Shut up. Are you being serious?
Rhonda, come on.
Oh.
Yeah. Just don't drink too much at Dawa and then go over. You might really box a kangaroo.
Can you really? They're really
I don't know if they're going to have kangaroos.
Can,
I don't know.
Touch
but they're
them?
No, I don't know how it's going to work. I mean, I think most Australian animals will murder you. So I don't know how it's going to be.
What about
they have like Australian
koala?
Goats. I
want to touch a koala.
Are koalas indigenous to Australia? I just think of like giant spiders, kangaroos, Tasmanian devils. But they're going to basically, that's going to switch over to be more of an Australian island, I guess.
I want to do that.
You could call it. So, hey, they're doing a good job because guess what? That's going to get us back out to Rafiki's Planet Watch.
Yeah.
So, and that's going to get all the childrens out there, and the people that love Bluey. So, from there,
Alexia.
Yeah. From there, I really needed to eat food.
Yes, you did.
I was getting hangry.
Yeah.
And we weren't going to end up meeting with Chuck and Amy and Rachel until later. They were going to go to Epcot. So we're like, all right, we'll head over to Epcot, but I really need to get something to eat here. So where did we go to? I got to say for the first time in 2 years.
A long time.
Maybe 3.
A long time.
Yeah.
And we went to Satali Canteen.
Yeah.
And then I think the last time I ate there was, I don't remember exactly where you were, but I was with Tay and Steph and
that's right.
all them.
Yeah.
Rachel, I do believe Chuck and Amy as well.
Yeah.
With all this being said, I remember it being a smaller portion, and we were going to Epcot after this. So part of me was like, do I want to eat and share with Jeremy here, or do I want my own? And then unfortunately might not get stuff at Epcot. So I went ahead and decided to go, well, why don't we share? And then he was like looking at mobile ordering, which was great.
From the other side of the park at Dinosaur, and there was a good 30-minute pickup window.
Yep.
So we headed over. We went into Wind Traders, the little shop there. I need a Banshee perch. I decided they now have perches. It looks like a little mountain. He's right up there. JD, that's his name. Got him during the pass holder preview when Pandora was opening. He sits on top of one of my TVs in the office, just staring at the ceiling because he doesn't have a perch to sit upon. And so I would like that. Also, they have like a riding harness. Oh my goodness. That you can put on them. And so.
And then you're going to get a little guy to ride
a little
him?
Na'vi. Yeah. Well, it stinks because they took away the. Make your own Na'vi out of yourself.
Where it look like you.
Yeah. I'm sure that there's somewhere on Etsy or somewhere that I could get one made that like not like my own avatar. Yeah. So maybe I'll look at that, and then I'll get the little perch, and I'll get the little riding thing, the harness thing, and then I get a little Jeremy Na'vi, and I put it on there. That'd be pretty cool. And then it can sit in the center of our coffee table for all to look upon when they visit our home. No. So what did we get? What did we split?
We went
mobile
ahead.
Order. This is the thing that was crazy though, is because mobile order was a 30-minute window, but when we walked in, the standby line was not bad at all.
Yeah, that's true.
Obviously, because everybody's mobile ordering, I suppose.
Right. So we actually got the chimichurri beef paired with shrimp, tossed in the chili garlic sauce, topped with crunchy vegetable slaw, boba balls, and served with a base, which we got the noodles
Yeah, I
for
love those noodles.
$18.79.
Yeah. And then we did the creamy herb dressing because you have those couple different dressings, couple different bases. So
good.
we really like the noodles and the
Yes.
creamy herb. It's $18.79. It's expensive for a quick service.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely since the last time I had been several years ago, the portions felt smaller. I don't care. It's so delicious.
It's
this
so
is
good.
This is still the best quick service on property, I think. Like by leaps and bounds.
Yeah.
I loved it. The chimichurri beef, or the beef, is so good. The shrimp, there's only 3 of them, but
They're
are
pretty
a really
decent
good
size,
They're
too.
bigger than Boathouse. I love this dish so much. I wish we had each gotten our own, except for the fact that we would end up at EPCOT and have some stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that we split.
Yeah.
I did pick up a beverage as well.
And you picked up dessert.
I did.
So the beverage was the Pandoran Sunrise. This is Dole pineapple juice and Minute Maid lemonade blended with Powerade melon Powerade fruit punch for $6.29.
It's good. It's a refreshing drink.
Yeah, it was.
It tastes like the sunrise. I mean, it tastes like that. This is like a sit by the pool.
How does a sunrise
sit on the
taste?
beach. I'll tell you what a sunrise tastes like, Rhonda. It tastes like Powerade melon and fruit punch blended with some Minute Maid, limeade, and Dole pineapple juice. That's exactly how a sunrise tastes.
Okay.
So, but yeah, it's like a sit on the beach, sit by the pool, nice summer refreshing beverage, not too overly sweet. And I don't like Powerade. There's something about Powerade I don't like.
Yeah.
It's just like a knockoff of Gatorade, but it's not good. But in this instance, all mixed together, I really enjoyed it. Like,
Good.
I would get this again for
Okay.
sure.
Cool.
Now, talk about the new dessert. This is newest dessert, the Mequon mousse,
Okay.
I think we'll call it.
So this is a cinnamon milk chocolate mousse, caramelized banana cake, banana sesame caramel, and chocolate sesame crumble, which I didn't know that, actually.
I don't get any banana flavor.
I didn't think I did either.
No.
And this is only $6.29.
Yeah.
But a cinnamon milk chocolate mousse, yeah, I would
Mm-hmm.
probably, yeah. And I do remember the caramel, like,
Yep.
it was really
It
good.
was delicious.
I just don't think now reading it, I was like, and then I wonder if now reading it, like, I would have eaten it and gone, oh, yeah. Like, your brain kind of
I
tells
didn't read the
you.
description. I just knew it was the newest dessert, and that's
Right.
why I ordered it.
Right.
So when I was throwing these notes together, I thought the exact same thing you're saying.
I
was
wonder
like,
if I would have,
banana?
yeah, I
But
wonder
yeah, now
if
that
we
you
would have
know, would we?
known.
The only way to find out
Let's
is
get
go it
another
again.
one.
Yeah, this thing was so good.
Yeah, it was.
I know we were sharing our meal, we were sharing our drink. This is one I would have been fine not sharing and getting 2 of.
Oh,
And
100%.
for $6.29, you're getting as much out of this as you are a Mickey bar or a Mickey ice cream sandwich. I think, as far as size and portion.
Mm-hmm.
So and who wants to split one of those?
Right.
But we did,
Yeah.
and it was absolutely delicious. So we decided to make our way over to EPCOT, and on the way, we heard, to me, which was very shocking and sad news,
Oh, this hurt. This one hurt.
that Catherine O'Hara had passed away.
Yes.
Which, again, I mean, I'm not, not like we keep tabs or anything, but was very, very surprising. She was 71 years old.
Yeah, and I feel like that's young. Anytime
Yeah.
somebody passes away like that, I think, of my parents' ages, and I'm like, that's
Right.
just no.
Right.
I'm like, oh, and
I know.
and this one hurt because, I remember Jeremy watching Schitt's Creek,
Mm-hmm.
and he told me like I'd really like it, and I was like, all right. And one time I sat down and I kind of was like, all right, I think I would. So he was like, I'll watch it all over again with
Yeah.
you. And we watched it together. And again, Beetlejuice, like I've known her from so many other things,
Yeah.
but Home Alone,
Mm-hmm.
like just so many things, but I've always loved her. And she
Yeah.
just has always seemed so amazing.
Yeah.
And, oh, this one hurts.
Yeah. Just from, again, one of those things, where you read about someone and all of the wonderful things that they say and do. Like she didn't see her job as an actress as much as she saw it, I know, as like a mother and a grandmother. Like that was what she wanted her, all these things. But yeah, when you think of someone that, first of all, she shows up in our life at least twice every year because we're going to watch Beetlejuice during Halloween and we're going to watch Home Alone during Christmas, right? And then Moira Rose is one of the greatest characters of all time. And she was absolutely wonderful in Schitt's Creek. Like, that was just so crazy. So when we got to Epcot, I was like, we got to go see Canada Far and Wide.
And I was like, why?
Yeah. And
then,
it's Catherine O'Hara and Eugene Levy, and so it was like, we got to go, we got to see it, we got to pay some tribute. So we did. Yeah. I still think the greatest fault is not using them to their advantage. Like there is no, and maybe that's why they did it, but I don't know why you would. This could have literally been done by their characters, or at least put them on screen at the beginning to introduce it, the way that they used to have with Martin Short. Yeah. Right? So you just go in, it's pretty much their standard voices, but if you know. Oh, yeah. And it was weird to be in there now hearing her voice, knowing she had just passed earlier. Yeah. But I'm so glad we did that. Yeah. Some other things we did over at Epcot. Let's talk about a few of the items that we had again. I'll start with opening bites in the soft shell crab slider. This is green papaya slaw and mango ketchup on a sweet roll. It's $7.49. I'm done. I'm done with it. I've said these past several episodes, this can be hit or miss. When it hits, it's really, really good. When it misses, it's just not. And I'm not going to gamble anymore on it.
What was the miss this time?
It was overcooked. So it was like the whole crab part was just so like way too crispy, and I give them credit because it works well with the slaw and this mango ketchup, which is very odd, when you think about it. Right. The roll is good, but you have to rely on the actual little soft shell crab here. And it just does, like, I need this to be an absolute home run every time, or it's not worth it. Because if it's off by the slightest, I just don't think it's that good of a dish. Right. So I may hang up my crab slider hat. Might be done. What did you have, though?
Well, I'm not hanging up my...
No, I know you're not. I know you're not.
If they have it every year. Gourmet Landscapes, which is Canada, and their wild mushroom risotto with aged Parmesan, truffle shavings, and Zinfandel reduction. This is plant-based for $9.79. Risotto is hard to make, period. So I always give it a little bit of like, I completely understand if I get a little crunchy bite, or I understand if this one was good. It was still good. I really liked it. I love all the flavors. This one I felt like actually was almost a little overdone.
Yeah.
A little mushy, but it still was really good, and I will get it again. Yeah. So
you love this dish.
I do, and it's fantastic. And yeah.
It's great for the cooler weather.
Yeah. 100%.
To me, someone who doesn't really love mushrooms, it isn't heavy on that flavor as much as it is that reduction in the truffle. But the truffle is not overpowering as that often can be. So I even think it's pretty decent. It's not something I personally want to eat a whole bowl of, but I like having a bite every time that you get it, and it does have some absolutely wonderful flavors. It's filling, it's warm, so I do enjoy it. We had to head over to Figment's Inspiration Station at the Odyssey. This would be the first repeat item that is new this year that we would get.
Yes.
Technically two of them, kind of. But what is the first one? And if possible, I think it was better than it was the first time we tried it.
And this is the Figment Fantasy Cake. This is sponge cake filled with strawberry whipped cream topped with white chocolate ganache, orange icing, and white chocolate figment wings for $5.79. And then your Figment Imagination Lemonade, which is simply lemonade with a choice of flavor. I picked marshmallow, and this is a frozen beverage. And you can pick a they call it a blue cup or a pink cup.
Yep.
The pink cup is basically almost like a clear.
Purplish.
Well, it's clear at first, turns pink. Your blue cup is kind of bluish, and then turns bluey purple.
Yeah.
And then it's This was so good. I mean, it's so good. The
Did you like the
frozen
marshmallow?
lemonade. I loved it.
Because the first time we did cupcake.
Yep.
Correct. Which
I
one
loved
did
it.
you like better? Or did you have? I would need a side by side. I like both of them, but
I
I would
feel
need
like I
a
would
side
too.
by side to really like.
I think I like
know
the
the
cupcake
difference.
though.
Really better? Yeah.
To be honest, but it was so good.
Yeah.
Both of it was so good.
I love this figment cake. It's outstanding.
Yes, it was.
I'm going by myself to meet up with some folks in a couple weeks. I might get one for myself. I don't know. It's that good. I just love it. And man, this is one of those. You look at the price of $5.79.
Oh, yeah.
That is a really great price for that portion because it is very, very shareable.
Yeah.
So I think this is one when you're at a festival like this. You share it so you can leave room for some other stuff, especially if you know you may get a chance to go back and just get one for yourself or share it again or whatever it may be. Also, we were over near the Craftsman's Courtyard and some folks wanted some different things. So what did we get? This is a repeat item, but we had to give it a taste this year because it's one of the ones we really enjoyed from the past.
And this was the beef Wellington inspired croissant supreme with cream spinach croissant pinwheel, mushroom gorgonzola ragu, mustard grilled flank steak, red wine sauce, and pickled mustard seeds for $8.49. I scraped them. I forgot to ask for no pickled mustard seeds because I've learned that I do not like them.
Yeah.
So I immediately tried to scrape them off. I really like this. It's so good. The cream spinach is really good. The beef Wellington was really good. I really, really liked this one.
Yeah. The steak is cooked well, as in probably a medium to medium well, but it's very, very tender. They're grilling it right in front of you over charcoal, which is cool to see when you're standing there at the booth and that smell comes in. The what are they calling it? I guess the croissant is
like
super
a cup,
flaky
like
and light. Yeah, it's like a croissant cup with the
good,
cream
though.
spinach inside. It's topped with this mushroom gorgonzola ragu, which again for me is not so heavy on the mushroom that overtakes. All the flavors just work together very well. I made sure to get every little mustard seed off because some of those little suckers that hang around, man. Right? They're like those hitchhikers that stick to your
But
socks.
they don't taste like I mean, I don't feel like I get a mustard taste from it.
It doesn't matter for me. It's just the knowledge that it's there is the reason I don't want it there.
Well,
but
I don't want it there because I don't like them.
right. This is an outstanding dish.
Yeah.
It's so good. And again, this is a nice hearty dish. $8.49 I don't think is a bad price for what you get out of this.
No. Also there, they had the
Coffee old fashioned.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we
Chuck
got
had.
it for Chuck.
Yep.
And he said it was very strong on the coffee,
Yes,
actually.
very coffee forward.
And then it was funny because he didn't have a stir or anything. And he didn't actually feel like he tasted the, what was it?
Bourbon.
The bourbon until the very end.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
then
so
he
if you
was
get
like,
this,
oh, there it is.
You might want to grab a spoon
Yeah.
or a knife that's right there and give it a little stir,
Yep.
just to incorporate all those flavors.
But he liked it.
Yeah.
And it,
Yeah.
so.
And thank you, Chuck, for taking one for the team.
Yeah.
We appreciate you. So we were not going to buy any art this year. How did that go?
Yeah, you started going, well, we want to redo our bathroom. So all this art that's laying in for over the years and years and years, it's still in our thing.
Yeah. And now we have some to add to it.
Now we have some just to add to it and let it sit again.
No, because we're going to redo the bathroom. And I'm going to take photos
Okay.
of the bathroom and then I'm going to put it through AI and I'm going to say, what do we do with it? Because we were going to look at going with kind of a Polynesian Stitch theme. A couple years ago, we bought one of Stitch like in the tub with bubbles. And
So cute.
it is. So we picked up a wonderful matted piece that says Ohana, like in the sand. And it's got all the main characters from Lilo and Stitch. And then we picked up another smaller print that has Stitch and Lilo like on stage, and little duckies around like watching them perform on stage. We have another one already from past years, postcard size, smaller print, that has Stitch on top of like the Polynesian tiki looking thing. So we're gonna add it to the list of projects when your dad's here for a month at the beginning of summer. I'm just going to have a big Steve list and say, hey, buddy,
Poor
we got
daddy.
some stuff for you. But I will be along to help. Your dad's really great at that stuff.
Yeah, he is.
And he is
he
a
built
very, very determined man. So
Yes,
if we
he
put it
is.
on a list, he will make sure it happens.
Yes, he
So
will.
that's why this artwork in our bathroom is going on the list.
Okay.
So stay tuned for Jeremy and Rhonda's new Polynesian-inspired master bathroom, and we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
So from there, we were going to hit our third park of the day, and this is cool because, I mean, in reality, other than riding Dinosaur, like, we didn't have anything that we were doing. You know what I mean? Like, this was
Correct.
kind of a fly by the seat of our pants type of day.
Yeah, it was.
And you'll see that we got to accomplish a lot. So we headed over to Magic Kingdom. I really wanted some spring rolls because we had not had them in quite some time.
Yep.
So we went over to Adventureland spring roll cart. I got the pepperoni.
Yep.
$9.50. You get your choice of 2 rolls. I like that they have a number system you can order by. I don't know if that's newer. Again, we haven't had these in a while, but it used to be, say, can I get 2 spring rolls? And that's what the order is 2. So sometimes they would take it as, well, do you want 2 orders? And then you can split them. You can get 2 cheeseburger, 2 pepperoni, or a cheeseburger and a pepper. So now they have it listed, at least new to me. We can say, a number 1 is 2, whatever. A number 1 is a split. A number 2 is cheeseburger. A number 3 is just pepper, whatever. So got the 2 pepperonis. I feel like they're better somehow than they used to be. They seemed fuller.
Okay.
Not as like airy inside, so a little bit denser, but I was okay. It seemed like there was more cheese. There was more pepperoni in there. I love these things so very, very much. And I still want these to be something, I know they have the pepperoni spring rolls now over at that new little Pizza Planet kiosk.
Oh, yeah.
Over in Toy Story Land at Hollywood
We
Studios.
haven't tried those yet.
No, I want to try them and see if they're exactly the same.
Right.
I would imagine they are, but I still want a spring roll kiosk. I want a permanent fixture built right there that has rotating spring rolls of all kinds. They've done in the past buffalo chicken. They've done Reuben. Let's get in there like Philly cheesesteak, some sort of Asian. Let's get a straight up old school like Asian pork spring roll in there, right? With like a Polynesian dipping sauce or something. And just have these suckers rotate through.
Yeah.
We only ended up riding the People Mover. We thought about Haunted.
Yeah, but it was pretty busy.
Yeah, it was busy this night.
Yeah,
it was pretty busy, and then we were kind of on our way there, and I paused. I think a second too long because in a group of like 1,000 teenage girls got in front of us, and I think that extended the wait time. This big group.
Oh yeah,
this big group. I don't know if it was cheer. I think it was cheer or dance or something going on that weekend. And this big group got in front of us, and we're like, well, that just upped the wait time. So we decided to head over and do People Mover.
Yep.
Which is wonderful as always.
Yeah.
And then we were going to find a spot on Main Street, and the original plan was let's catch Starlight.
Yep.
And then Happily Ever After. So what did we do while we were waiting for Starlight? Because we had to line up a little bit early. We found a good trash can.
We did. Well,
Yeah.
Jim actually talked about Casey's Corner and having some corn dogs or hot dogs or just basically Casey's Corner. And I was like, that sounds amazing. So I was kind of like holding off for that. We went ahead while we were doing that. We went ahead and mobile ordered from Main Street Confectionery the Disney Starlight popcorn mix, because this one is a colorful mix of bubble gum and blue raspberry candied popcorn, milk chocolate M&Ms, mini marshmallows, gold sparkles, and white chocolate drizzle for $16.99. This thing is fantastic.
I think it's
my
their best
favorite
mix.
one. Yes, it is. I think because of the bubble gum and blue raspberry candy popcorn, the children love it.
Yep.
It is basically eaten every single time I bring it home.
Yeah. And mobile order is key here.
100%.
Just mobile order. You can
Yep.
mobile order anything you want from Main Street
Yep.
Confectionery. I highly recommend doing it.
100%.
We've done it where we've walked into Main Street Confectionery, taken a look at what they have, and then just mobile ordered because it's still probably going to be quicker.
Yep.
So that was, really, really the way to go with that.
Yep. And then Jeremy went and got some mini corn dogs, of course, served with French fries for $10.99. They were good. They just, how do you say it when the batter like they needed?
Yeah, it's like it needed fresh oil.
Yes.
I think
'Cause
you
it
start to
looked
get extra color on that
darker.
batter, and it starts to taste even more
Yep.
like batter.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're big proponents and fans of mobile ordering.
Yeah.
It's really easy to use. We would say in the past, one of the tips was we even said on the gift card episode, hey, take your gift card, have it in your notes app. What's really great is how they've now implemented this scanning the barcode of the gift card.
Great.
So it's super easy to use a gift card for mobile order. Here's my only issue. If everybody has mobile order, then no one has mobile order because this is a nightmare. So we had our window. We're standing by the trash can on Main Street. 5 minutes prior to window, it's going to pop up and say, you can go ahead and ask them to prepare your order. So 5 minutes prior, actually a minute prior to that 5 minutes, Rachel's like, you better get over there because we're getting close to Starlight starting.
Yeah.
So I head on over. As soon as that window comes up, I hit click to order, right? Mm-hmm. So at that point, you're going to gather around where the piano player plays.
Okay.
And there's a single door that a cast member is standing at that is checking for mobile orders to be ready.
Okay.
So I stood there for probably a good 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. Then it became ready. Well, when mine was becoming ready, so did a dozen other people. So now you're forming a line. And, of course, you have all the people that are standing right at that door just staring at their phone, and their order's not ready, right? They're just waiting. So, you got those people. You got to get by. So then once you get in there, she says, all right, now go get in the other line because the food isn't technically ready. Like the food is not on a tray ready. Oh, order, hand, order, hand, order, hand.
Right.
It is. Let me check your order. Okay. Let me go get your food. Mm-hmm. Right. So then they're going to get your food. During this time, I'm in a line now, 7 or 8 people deep. And again, this isn't complaining. This is just reality for folks that don't get to go as often as we do. This is kind of like a loft situation at the end of the night. You know, these are the things that might add up and just ready to be prepared for. While I'm standing in this line 6 or 7 deep, where you can go from Casey's Corner into that little dining area that connects to the Emporium.
Yes.
There's a cast member there and there's a chain and she's letting people out. Well, one guy comes up. Is this where I get mobile order? Sure. She opens it. Guy comes in and goes right to the front. Now, luckily, the guy in front of me was like, excuse me, buddy, like there's a line. So he went behind. But again, it's just,
wow.
To me, and again, it's just like a lightning lane, Sometimes, yes, you go, hey, I got a lightning lane at this time. I got to wait an hour for that lightning lane to start. And then you get there and it's still a 30-minute wait. That's understandable. But for me, mobile order, the wait should be strictly pretty much while you're waiting for your window. But the fact is, the window that we had until we could say our order was ready was equally as long as when I said the order is ready and then I got it. So that's all just to be ready for. I think it'd be cool if they could implement some way like rides where you could go up and go, we're going to mobile order Casey's Corner. Oh, wait, it says the standby wait's only 10 minutes. I'm just going to go get in line. You know what I mean? So then you could kind of make a decision because, the math has to math. If 70% of the people are mobile ordering, it's going to cause the backups. It's going to cause the lines.
Correct.
So anyway, just something. But yeah,
you made it though.
I did. I made it for Starlight. I love Starlight.
We ate.
I really like it.
Yep.
I really
watched
do.
the Starlight again. It was really, really good. I like it.
I think it's a wonderful addition.
Actually,
and anybody who maybe doesn't love it or whatever, I just would have to say you could have nothing again. You know. So which would you rather have?
Yeah.
And if you don't care for it, then while it's happening, which currently is still twice a night right now, then go ride some rides.
Yeah. 100%.
Waits might be shorter. So it's a win-win for everyone, I think. So we were going to stay for Happily Ever After, and then Rachel got into our heads, my head. I didn't see you fighting against heading to Disney Springs for Pizza Ponte. Yeah.
Well, because the last time we watched Happily Ever After was in the park
2 weeks prior,
but 2 weeks prior with VIP.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm like, listen, I had a really good last time. Like, I am fine. Mm-hmm. So I was whatever y'all wanted to do. And literally, Rachel was talking about going to Springs and hitting Pizza Ponte. And then she kept saying Salt and Straw. And I'm like, fine, whatever.
Like we could do that.
Yeah.
So we headed out. Yeah. So we headed on over to Springs. And this was a night where from the time we arrived to closing, the monorail was down.
Oh, yeah.
And we had to get on a ferry boat.
Yes, we did.
To head back to our car because we were parked.
Yes.
So our thought also started to become like, hey, this is going to save us a lot of headache and time.
Because we can't get on
instead
a
of
bus.
leaving at 9:30, right?
Yeah.
We can't get on a bus to head back to the resort the way that they could. So we ended up making. We were the last. There were 5 people that were on this last ferry as we walked up, and we were in that 5. There were 2 of us, and then 3 of us, and then 2 other people behind us. So that worked out really well. We got over to Springs and headed to Pizza Ponte.
Well, on the way.
Oh yes, on the way on the boat.
Yes. It was funny because I saw this guy's sweatshirt and it was really cool. And I was looking and he looked and then he kind of, came over and was like, "Are you all Rhonda and Jeremy?" And I was like, "Yeah." And so his name actually was Jeremy and he was on the boat and he said his son was going to be very jealous because he took a bus and Jeremy took the boat. So
Jeremy's son, I'm sorry we didn't get to meet you. But yeah, Jeremy, thank you. Very nice to meet you. A+ name, by the way. Good work on that. So headed over to Springs, went to Pizza Ponte. We got the Il Gladiatore, their newest one, which is that tomato, mozzarella, prosciutto, cotto, Italian sausage, and pepperoni. It's the big, thicker slice, the rectangular slice for $8.95. I love it. It's Pizza Ponte.
I took a few bites and I do like this one.
You liked it?
Yeah, I think
you didn't try it last
sausage.
time I got it, correct?
I don't think I did, but the sausage, it's really good.
Absolutely
wonderful. And I like that type because it's like the parma cotta, that crust.
Yes.
That's what I like. So yes, I might look at getting one of those one time.
Yeah.
So,
I absolutely love it. And then we headed over to Salt and Straw to close out this evening. And so they are right now doing their chocolatier series. Let me read you the ones that we did not try first. There's a chocolate almond bar, gold bar. This is inspired by Franz Chocolate's famous almond caramel bars. This flavor blends salted vanilla ice cream with rich ribbons of brown caramel and dark chocolate, plus crunchy almond caramel pieces. It's the perfect balance of salty and sweet with a satisfying textural crunch. It sounds absolutely delicious. I don't love almonds, but I think I would get this one next time, or at least try it. They have a cake batter chocolate fudge created with Jonathan Graham of Compartes Chocolates in Los Angeles. This playful scoop features classic cake batter ice cream studded with rainbow sprinkles and swirled with brown butter chocolate fudge. This also sounds absolutely delicious. This series is amazing.
Yeah.
Right? So I did try. I love root beer, and I love root beer floats. There used to be nothing like going to A&W root beer when they had restaurants. I don't know if they still do. And you could get A&W root beer out of a tap.
Yeah, I remember
in a cold frosted glass, right? And make a float. Oh. So this is the Cocoa Nib root beer float. This is their vegan option for the month. So for those preferring dairy-free options, this vegan scoop is a standout made with Cocoa Nib root beer sorbet and rich ribbons of 70% Ecuadorian dark chocolate fudge. It captures root beer float nostalgia with a grown-up twist. Now, the cast member or employee at Salt and Straw warned me and said, hey, do
you like licorice?
Yeah, do you like licorice? I was
black
like,
licorice.
Black licorice. I was like, yeah, I mean, I like black licorice. When we used to go to the movies as kids, there were 2 candies that we would get. My dad would get every time. That was Necco wafers. Do you remember those? Mm-hmm. So basically chalk in round flat form.
Yeah.
And Good and Plenty.
Yeah.
Right? It's black licorice.
Yep.
Little candy shell.
Yep.
White and little purplish pink things. So I do like black licorice. This was like a black licorice assault. Like this was offensive to me. It was so black. It wasn't good. And it was funny because she even said, she's like, I don't like this one at all. And then I was like, thank you for warning me, because I got like no notes of root beer. I got no notes of a root beer float. This was straight black licorice.
It almost tasted like Jägermeister.
It tasted like Jägermeister ice cream or sorbet. One thing, a lot of times I don't like their vegan because it is icy more than creamy. This one actually kind of held up that creamy texture and flavor, but then it was just, I did not care for it at all. So what did you go with? And talk about the cone that is special right now as well.
Well, so everything I was like reading, I felt like, and maybe I just didn't take the time to really read it, was like all chocolate. And I was like, I don't want like a lot of chocolate. So I read this raspberry white chocolate cheesecake and I was like, what? So this flavor pays home to New York stick with me cheesecake. bonbon with a creamy white chocolate cream cheese ganache, tart raspberry jam, a strawberry base. It is a dreamy fusion of fruity brightfulness and velvety dairy goodness. And that is exactly what it is.
Yeah.
It was fantastic because of reading it. And I was like, I think I like everything that it says. I didn't taste it like Jeremy. One time we suggested because he did not like his.
Yeah, the pumpkin tiramisu.
But
I
this
learned
was
from that one.
This was fantastic.
Yeah, it was so good.
They also do have a what was it? A salted brownie.
Salted brownie chocolate cone.
Chocolate cone. So I got that with this because I thought, all right, there's my chocolate, and then the white chocolate, the cheesecake, all the above. And it was really good together. I couldn't tell you, like, tasting the cone.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't pick out, like, that's a salted brownie cone.
Agreed.
But it was really good, and it just really worked together.
Yeah. I think their cones tend to go that way. Where blind taste test, you'd be hard pressed to know what it was, but it's just good. And, you're not sitting around just eating a cone.
Correct.
And so they always pair really well with the ice cream. And I think they do a great job with their cones by not making them overly flavorful, because then I think it could combat with the ice cream flavor. So they know what they're doing as far as that goes. I did taste test after the Jägermeister sorbet the chocolate toasted buttermilk tort. This is inspired by Cloud Forest Nest Bar in Portland. I love the way Salt and Straw collabs with all these different places.
Yeah.
It's just so cool. This creation uses Oregon honey milk chocolate frozen yogurt as a base, layered with toasted buttermilk fudge, graham cracker crumbs, and chunks of chocolate cake. The result is buttery, tangy, and decadently rich. And yeah, I mean, again, whoever is writing their descriptions always sums it up perfectly in that last line. I thought this was outstanding. I got the salted brownie chocolate cone as well. It paired with it well. I love their ice creams that have those chunks of something in it. Like the chunk of the chocolate cake that hardens just enough to provide a different contrast in texture. It was very, very good. And I don't know that we'll make it back to Salt and Straw before this series is over, but I hope we do, because I'd love to get one of these other ones, like the cake batter chocolate fudge or that chocolate almond gold bar.
Yeah. I would like the cake batter now that I really read it, because again, I didn't want like chocolate ice cream.
Right. And that was my fear at first, because I'm not big on, like, again, chocolate ice creams with stuff in them. So I was glad that a lot of these had the chocolate elements as opposed to just being overly chocolate or fudgy or whatever it may be. We're going to finish off talking real quick about Town Place Suites Lake Buena Vista, but I will mention that Sunday morning before we headed over to Seven Seas Food Festival, you can hear all about that on the last episode that we had John Self himself fill in. He will give you all the tips and tricks of the food festival, let you know his best and worst. We went to Ale and Compass for breakfast with Chuck and Amy and Rachel. I didn't take photos. I didn't take notes because we weren't working. We were enjoying breakfast with our really good friends.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. So, but I will say,
because we were at the hotel, which Town Place Suites, which gives you free breakfast.
Gives you free breakfast, but instead we thought, let's go spend a bunch of money. So we did. But
it really wasn't that much money.
No, it really wasn't, because we split.
We split.
Yep.
I was not, because we were gonna go. I thought eat honestly quite a bit at this food festival at SeaWorld. I actually wanted to split, and we got the crab cake Benedict.
Yeah.
I started to say, if I was saying that right. Yeah.
Side
of grits, because they did have shrimp and grits. And then I was like, can I just get a side? And are they cheesy? Oh my gosh. I think they're Olivia's.
Yep.
Like, they were so good.
Yeah.
I think they're just doing grits now across property like Olivia's, because it is so daggone good.
They're
creamy.
Thick. They're made with God knows how much buttermilk and heavy cream.
So
like, you can
good.
stand a fork up in them.
Much. 100%.
Crab cakes Benedict was perfect.
It was really good.
It was a really good hollandaise sauce. It is a lump crab cake on there, very close to a Maryland style crab cake. A good poached egg. It's fabulous. Really, I tend to like home fries that are fried, that aren't like skillet or griddled. These are skillet, griddled, whatever, and they were delicious. And then you got a vanilla cafe latte.
Oh my gosh, I just started
and I got
to
a
say.
caramel cafe latte.
Yes.
It was some of the best. It was one of the best coffee products I've ever had on Disney property.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, it was unbelievable.
Yeah.
And it came on a little saucer in a coffee mug, around nice like you would get in a cafe. I loved it.
I would almost come back for like a cup of coffee and grits.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
in a
know if you're
heartbeat.
allowed to do that.
You could. I mean, you're taking up a table. I wish they had like a bar area, or
Yeah.
you could go into the Air Compass Lounge at night,
So
and I would
good.
get a decaf coffee latte, cafe latte, and I would get. I said at night. Get a decaf cafe latte and get some grits. Like, that'd be a good way to end the evening.
I would love to start a day like that.
Oh, no, but I'm saying unless they opened up for breakfast. But I'm saying if they don't and you could go get it at night, I would still do it. These things were so good. So
Yeah.
let's talk about Town Place Suites Lake Buena Vista. This is on Palm Parkway.
Yes.
This is that same stretch that we've been staying at recently. We did the Courtyard Marriott back in December with Lacey and her friend Alex for a night. We did the Aloft a couple weekends ago for the 3 nights. You can go back and listen to that. Spoiler alert, I just personally would not pick that as my hotel location. In a pinch in the future, if we can't find anything else, and the wonderful Amy with MEI Travel can get us a great deal at a Loft, we would probably go again and do a night. I would not do 3 nights there again.
No.
At all. Now, we love the Town Place Suites and Spring Hill Suites that is over in Flamingo Crossing. They're the OGs of Flamingo Crossing. We stayed there so many times when that first opened and before that area really built up. So Amy was able to snag this for us for $130 a night as the base price. We'll talk about a few of the extra fees. These, if you don't know about Town Place Suites, and the Town Place and Spring Hill are connected. It's one giant hotel that's basically split down the middle, and then they share. So think of the rooms as Town Place and Spring Hill. Think of the amenities as both of them together sharing everything.
Because the pool's like in the middle, which is cool.
Which is really cool. What I really like about this pool, now we didn't get to experience, but it looked wonderful. It looked like it had some little kind of kids play area stuff. It's, think of the building as a giant square donut that has a hole in the center. That's where the pool is. Which is cool because it gives you more of a resort-like feel because it blocks all of the surroundings.
Yes.
Whereas the Aloft, if you went out to that pool, you're pretty much staring at I-4.
Yeah.
In parking lots. So I like the way that it was contained in there. But the Town Place Suites all have full kitchens.
Yes.
Like legit full kitchens, even if you're just getting a king room like we got.
Yes.
Which is also going to have a pull-out sofa, so it can actually sleep 4 in there. They have free buffet breakfast, has hot options on it. So that's something you can't get everywhere, and it is included with the price of your room. They have that outdoor swimming pool and the fitness center on site like most hotels. They do have free theme park shuttle service available, but remember how these go. You often have to reserve your spot on the bus. They usually have a couple times in the morning that will not get you there for rope drop, and a couple times in the evening that will not allow you to stay till park close. So just something to think about. And most of these have to go to the TTC, and then you use Disney transportation throughout to get wherever you want to. Here's the kicker that everyone's doing. On-site self-parking fee is $26 per night.
Yeah.
So,
And this was really like, this hurt, I feel like, a little more because, we were really just using this as a sleep.
Yeah, we were in that parking spot for 9 hours tops, maybe.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we got there back to the room or between 11.
Yeah.
Because 10:30 and 11 because we were at Springs, and then we came and then we checked in and then we left, to go to Ale Compass the next morning.
Yeah,
at
somewhere between 8 and 9 or something.
Yeah.
So, we weren't there long, but they don't care how long you're staying.
Nope.
Now, if you were using a long-term stay here, which we'll do an episode again soon on off-property versus on-property and the benefits and the pros and cons of each. So I won't say too much, but it does have a full kitchen.
Yeah.
And at a price of $130 a night, you got to think full kitchen. That might save on food costs. You pay for only the first 6 nights, though, Rhonda. Any night beyond that 6 is free. So, talk about a deal you just can't beat. Buy 6, get however many you want free.
6
but if you're staying
free?
for 2 weeks, if you're coming from overseas, then that is at least a little bit of a bonus. Something else that is important, but this is really going to depend on your length of stay. Pets are welcome, but you have a non-refundable pet cleaning fee of $150 per stay. So, unlike Disney, who charges $50 per night,
Right.
this is $150 no matter what. So, if we had just said, "Hey, we're going to bring Stitch for one night," it's $150.
Oh, wow.
So you're not actually making up to Disney's price until you get to 3 nights.
Wow.
Now, again, if you're coming for a week,
Right.
this is a big advantage over staying on property as far as pet fee alone goes.
Yeah.
So again, things that will work into that pro and con series. Just talk about, I guess, overall, I can say, we've done a couple off-property stays recently. I can't wait to get back on property next month.
Yeah.
I absolutely can't wait.
We
still love
say?
Town Place Suites. I love these rooms. I love the layouts. I love the size.
For the one night
love,
like that,
I love
we're
it all.
good.
Yeah. The pillows are garbage.
But-
the pillows were absolute garbage. And again, they are an atrocity to pillows everywhere. And they were offensive to me. So next time, if we stay here, I would bring my own pillow.
Right. But we did say, like, if we're going to stay more than a few nights, we want to we want to just start staying back at Disney property.
Yeah, these one-nighters, it's easy. But at the same time, you got to look at, okay, $130 base. Mm-hmm. Tax tag title, we're at $150.
Right.
Add your parking, you're at $175.
Yeah.
A lot of times now, Amy can find you a rate on whatever deals are going on at All-Star for around $180. And guess what happens when you get to All-Star? You don't pay for parking.
Nope.
Now your breakfast isn't included.
Correct.
But this was a trip we didn't even take advantage of that.
Right.
Or a lot of times we don't. Most of the time, the reason we eat breakfast is for a reason.
Yeah.
It's because we're going with folks, or they have a free breakfast and we feel like we should take advantage of this.
100%.
It is rare, so rare that we stay on Disney property and go to the food court in the morning and buy breakfast. It almost never happens. Now, I'll go buy coffee a lot of times.
Yes.
Just to get something a little fancy.
Correct. Unless there's something new.
Yeah.
Like a croissant or something that
Yeah.
you're like, all right, let's work basically.
Right.
But as far as in like going and getting like Mickey waffles or anything, no, we're not doing that. We're not breakfast people. And then by the time we have our coffee, and depending on where we're going, if we're going to a festival, we're eating anyways.
Yeah.
So we don't want to fill our bellies at all with anything else. So,
Yeah. So again, these are just the type of things we want you to note as you're looking at that stay. But I'll make sure in the upcoming episodes we do a pro and con again.
Yeah.
Because it's been quite some time of on versus off, especially now that we've experienced a good chunk of these Palm Parkway hotels. You know? Because what we're finding now with these hotels is we don't really need to discuss it still makes me laugh when you look at free complimentary Wi-Fi. Yeah, it's 2026, dude. Stop putting it on your website, right? It's one thing when you're the Scottish Inn down the street here, that often hosts meth labs near the outlets in St. Augustine. Like, that might be a bonus for some folks that want to stay there. Free Wi-Fi. I don't even have Wi-Fi at the house. But we know you're giving free Wi-Fi, right? We know you're going to charge for parking, and the rate seems to be going around that $20 to $30, okay? Mm-hmm. We know you're going to have a pool in a fitness center. You're probably going to provide potentially some sort of free breakfast. So what these start to get down to is truly what the room's like and how comfortable the bed and pillows are.
Yep.
So we'll be able to do, now that we've stayed at half a dozen of these, I feel like over time, we'll be able to kind of talk more about that in that upcoming episode. So if you want to hear that, of course, you got to hit subscribe and you get brand new episodes every single Tuesday and Friday. Head out to mainstmagic.com right now. You can catch daily reviews from the Seven Seas Food Festival at SeaWorld Orlando at noon, Monday through Friday from John Self. You go out to our YouTube channel and we got some videos. We're going to have daily videos there as well from the Seven Seas Food Festival for the next week or so. You can also check out our full reviews from Festival of the Arts. When we did that opening weekend, there are 2 videos out there that covers 29 of 32 new items.
Wow.
So you can go out and get our live in-person reviews right there. Of course, both Rhonda and I, we would be very, very thankful if you could please leave us a rating and review.
Because it helps our show grow.
That's all we've got. and we'll see you real soon. On this episode, we're recapping a recent Walt Disney World trip. That's what we're doing.
Okay.
Today's February 6th, 2026. That sounded weird too. Today's February 6th, 2026, and this is episode 843.
Did you finish it and do it right?
Finish what? Do it right.
The intro. You kept messing it up.
I did it. I just got to edit it. I edited it. How do you say it, though? How do you say that you edited something to someone? There's a whole comedy bit.
I don't know.
Yeah, I edited it. That's the way you would say I edited it. But then it just comes out as I edited it. Right?
Okay.
There's no other way to say it. Yes, I did do that edit. Would be the way, but yeah.
Okay.
I'll edit it later. I'll edit it. But that's edit it. But if it's in the past, then you edited it.
Okay.
Think about it. It's from what I've read, Indy, it'll basically be he's discovered a new Mayan temple that has been untouched, and somebody's at our door.
Jeremy and Rhonda are more than a little fond of Disney World, so they made this podcast to share it all with you. Reports and resorts, top 10 lists of all sorts, Main Street Magic's bringing it home for you.